Tiro managed to get Pablo out of prison, only for him to come out and try to kill him because he remembers that he once betrayed him. Nina told him not to pick him up himself, but he did anyway. Victor is worried about the trial, and Bridget thinks that it will be over soon. Hunting, nope, there's a hitman hired for Victor. And Mtunzi approaches the Sindanes and gets a deal for Umadlomo. And Umatubela apologizes to Boko and Kidiboni and wants to apologize to Bukosi as well. Finally, hi, welcome to my channel. Here's an update on Scandal. So Nina gives Tiro an update that Pablo is getting released. His plan worked. And Pablo is getting released on this very same day. And now Utiro's like, okay, fine, where is he? When is he getting out? I want to go pick him up. But Nina's like, no, you can't go there. You know Pablo sees you as an enemy because you once betrayed him. You made a fool of him. Now Utiro insists that he wants to go. He tells his mom that he's finally found someone. But Tutalisa is not convinced to hear that it's Pablo because she thinks that Utiro is just going to invite more trouble for them. But Utiro's convinced this is the best person because he's got no conscience. But the problem is that this guy might want to kill Tiro as well because Tiro once betrayed him. And Talisa is like, please take care of yourself because you're the only one I have left. Tiro then goes to pick up Pablo in prison. At first, Pablo didn't want to come to the car. He kept hooting until he came. He's like, Pablo, my man, he's still wearing glasses and a hat and a cap to hide himself. Pablo was like, hey, when a son, and started strangling him. Tiro is now fighting her, yo, when like, this guy wanted to kill Tiro. You made a fool of me. Tiro tries to say, no, man, leave me alone. Tries to talk. You think you can play me and get away with it? No one does that to Pablo, my man. No one does that. And finally, he managed to get off, but he kept strangling him until Tiro had to explain that I'm the one that got you out of them, the one that got you out on parole. But you still made a fool of me. You got you unisini when I come Dala. And you know how they respect Dala. I think being in Dala's territory is a big deal for the gangsters. And now Mtunzi went and approached the Sindanes to offer them full services from the Landromat. Like have a proper contract with them because they're already doing work for E-Level Up apartments. But now he got the full deal. Mamatlomo's going to get a contract stipulating this is what they're doing for them and actually probably get like a monthly salary. So Mtunzi is actually working overtime because he did just land an income for Umadlomo just like that. Peli Level Up is huge and getting a contract from them is a good thing. He then says that they're going to need a transport. Umadlomo is worried where we're going to get money to get a car. As no, we look at sponsors that can fund my women women-owned businesses so that we can work very hard and you can finally go to a private hospital to give birth. They're so cute, man. Umadlomo deserves this happiness. And then Bridget suspects Victor is not okay, man. What's wrong? Victor says the child is coming up and she's just not ready. He's just not ready to be in the same space, no Talita. But Vuvu's like, no, don't. Are you having doubts? You need to give your testimony so that we can put this whole Talita thing in the trial behind us. Little do they know, Guti, there's a man on the loose looking for Victor because Victor is a loose end. Victor is the one that can keep Talita in prison. So now he's also worried that it's not working. Bridget is like, no, Gaurata Victor, I don't love you for your money. And then they finally did the spreadsheet Victor requested, detailing how they're going to raise the baby, how much, what costs. They had everything planned out. Ukhalele must now start studying online and that Umatubela will be the one to babysit the baby once the baby's born. And then Khaled also mentions that she will she can go into Togo so that Madlomo can help her look after the baby after the baby is born, like the first days. And that they need to report pregnancy. Hi, Victor, yay, whoa, hold your horses. I don't mind going to report the pregnancy, but we're not do like that's not going to happen. Not now, not ever. You're not going to stay Gasa. That is not happening. Victor, over too fast. I'd rather be the one helping Khalala and the baby, not have Khalala going to live there. And then Matubera finally listened to Toriso and called Boko and Kiriboni and actually apologized. Did mention how wrong she was in gore answer Bukosi in Kiriboni's life, because now Boko grew up without his father, and says that he owes Bukosi an apology also. Gidi must invite him, but he's already on his way to Poch. He then said he wants to move forward and start from scratch if they would forgive him. I hope if they forgive her, I hope they start afresh and she gets to apologize to Bukosi, because if she now sees that she was wrong, then it's a good thing. And then Kiribon is going through the most because Kasa wants nothing to do with it, does not even want to give her a chance to explain. She then goes to beg Divet to try and get him to listen to her. And then, because at first David didn't want to get involved, saying Horikasa is a reason. Nah, he will not allow such things. But Siri convinced him because he says that she knows when Kid is lying, but this time around she's not lying when she says nothing happened. And then David invited Kasa for coffee and tried to ask him, Gus, have you given a chance to talk? At first, I tried to make a good woman out of her by paying lobola for her, but they ungenza slim alomuntu. Basahleli ukhofi Kiribona appears. UGaza then now sees ukuthi how. Was this a trap? Is this a setup ukuthi ufuna ngikhulume noKiriboni? He then stood up and left. UGaza is not having it, hey? Divet is now saying, this is why I did not want to get involved in the first place. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.